As we are nearing our Tucson summer, we know it is important to change our beauty routine to include more sunscreen. We bust out our summer clothes and we start drinking more water. But have you ever thought about changing the food you eat?
Louise Britton is here, a food blogger, and she's joining us now to teach us how to make a cold beet soup, which is a commodity in Poland where she now currently lives. Hi.
Hi, thanks.
Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. This is such a common dish in Poland. You'll find it everywhere in the summer.
Oh, we're so excited. So I have to ask you, how long have you been blogging and writing about food?
You know, I have been writing a blog for about the last 5 years, and I used to write a cooking column for the Northwest Explorer.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And when I moved to Poland, I had to add that into my blogging experience.
Oh, absolutely. So were you a chef? Or have you just always loved food?
Just an avid home cook, yeah.
Oh, so all of your recipes are homemade?
Yes, yes.
And do you try everything out, I'm assuming?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, very
Definitely.
fun.
I'm sure your husband is a taste tester.
He is a very enthusiastic taster for me, yeah.
Awesome.
And so you're actually a Tucsonan. You were born in Tucson.
I am a native, yes.
So what's it like coming back now from living in Poland? I mean, I know you still live in Poland,
Yeah.
but even just visiting Tucson.
There's a little culture shock. It's different.
I'm sure there is a huge culture shock. I know there was one for me, even just moving from Wisconsin to Tucson. I can only imagine Poland to here.
Huge climate shock, too.
I know. How are you adjusting to the heat?
It's a challenge for me now.
Yeah. And how long are you in town for?
I have about 10 more days. It's been a 4-week trip.
Oh,
and you got to stop here.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
I'm delighted, yeah.
So then I also wanted to ask you, do you want me to start?
If you would, please. If you will peel that cucumber for us and grate it. And what I would do to prepare this soup is, with my fresh beets, chop off the top and the bottom, and then I just peel the skin off.
Okay.
I also grate it on the coarse side. And then I put it in just enough water to cover with a pinch of salt. Bring it to a boil and let it simmer for 15 minutes. And I've done that in advance. And so we have our cooked beets and the liquid.
Okay.
And to that, we're going to add a lot of dairies. This is a creamy soup. So we have plain yogurt, if I can ask you to help me out with that.
Absolutely. Want me to dump the whole thing in?
Sure, yeah, it's all going in.
Oh, that looks gorgeous.
It's very colorful.
Yeah, very pretty.
It's a great summer color. Want me to scoop that out? And I like how easy this seems.
It is. It's quick and fast, very fast.
And so you said that this is a staple in Poland.
Yes, everyone. When I first looked for a recipe for this online, I found so many. I think there's a different version in every family. So.
Why is this such a staple in Poland?
Beets are very common.
They are?
They've been traditionally very popular there. We can just leave the spatula in.
Okay.
And then the kefir goes in the bottle. So this is in taste similar to buttermilk. If you couldn't find kefir, you could substitute that.
Okay.
But this has all kinds of good probiotics, so if you can find it, it's worth doing.
So, Lois, I also have to ask you, have any of your blog posts gone viral?
Do you know, I had one last November for Thanksgiving that was picked up by GoodMorningAmerica.com. So that was really exciting for me.
What was it?
It was a donut hole stuffed with cranberry jelly.
Wow.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds perfect for the holidays, too.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay,
and
now I'm dumping the sour
that's all
cream.
going into. And come to find out, the city we live in, Poznan, the city council reads my blog. I got an email from them one day inviting me to a workshop they were doing on a local pastry. And out of the blue, they said, if we get you a translator, would you like to come and blog about it? So
how fun.
Like, you bet.
Oh, that's really cool. Truthfully now, how many times does it take you to get a recipe perfect?
A lot of them, the first time, are good to go.
Really?
But I have some that are still works in progress after maybe 2 or 3 times. So,
Okay,
yeah.
I know. I would think that it would take a while. That's why I guess I'm always afraid to really get into cooking, just because it is truly like trial and error.
Yes, yeah.
Definitely hit or miss. So can this be made with golden beets too?
You could. I mean, your color will be different and the taste a little different, but you could do that.
So when you say the taste will be different, will it be, what do you mean?
Well, I find golden beets have a different taste than the red. I think they're a little milder, maybe.
Milder?
To my taste. So we're also adding some sliced green onion and some grated radishes and some fresh dill.
Okay.
And do you want me to?
The cucumber, when that's ready, that can go in.
Okay, so
Move the bowl a little closer to
let me add this. Ooh.
All right.
All right.
There are some interesting ingredients we're putting in here.
They're very traditional for Poland, but I know different
But, like,
for us.
yeah, different
yes.
for us, where it's like, all right.
If Poland had a national herb, I would say it's fresh dill. I
Okay.
had never used it before, but it goes in everything.
Is there any way we can show the camera what this looks like? Because we could see, and it looks amazing, but I want to see if we can show.
It's bright.
Can you guys see that?
Oh, it's so
there
pretty.
it is. Look at this great color.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll season with just a little salt and pepper.
And this is a soup that's served cold.
Cold, it goes in the fridge to chill. The flavors get better as it sits for an hour or so.
Okay.
But it's something that you can keep in the fridge for a few days. So it's nice to have something cold, ready to go on hand.
Awesome. And then, Lois, really quickly, you're relocating back to Tucson at the end of this year.
Yes.
So what are you going to miss most about Poland?
Do you know, the way of life, it is a slower pace.
Yeah.
And we live simpler with a lot less stuff there, but life still feels richer. It sounds like a contradiction, but...
Well, that'll be perfect. You're going to take a little bit of Poland back to Tucson here with you.
I hope so. I hope to do that. That's my goal.
All right.
So
We got to do a little taste test here.
here we go. This
All
is
right.
chłodnik for you.
What is it called?
Chłodnik.
Chłodnik. Woo. All right.
Go for it.
Ooh, this is very tasty. I like it. You want to try? We'll have to share spoons.
Yeah, that's okay.
Lois, thank you so much for joining us
pleasure.
today. And make sure to check out Lois Britton's blog, PolishHousewife.com. You can get all of her recipes and more on her website. All you have to do is head to PolishHousewife.com.
And still ahead on the Morning Blend, we'll tend to the desert ground and find out what you should be planting right now in Tucson.
Plus, this guy wants to do the work for you. Learn where to find your new home coming up right after this.